All right, y'all, let's get a little personal. I have an important topic to address. I want to do this one time and be done with it so that a lot of you are not confused and asking me the same questions over and over and over. And this is a specific topic that I don't want to keep repeating myself about. And so all right, family, let's get a little personal. It's been a while since we've done a personal video, or I guess a Q&A video, but I have been getting a lot of questions, a lot of questions of people wanting to know what's going on. So I have some water. I'm trying to be healthy, so I have some water. It's not tea, it's not wine, it's not anything. Well, let's pretend it's tea. But yeah, I have some water, and I'm gonna be answering a few more of your questions. Just questions that I keep getting over and over and over, all right? But this is something I feel like I should speak on. And so I just wanted to come out, clear the air so we can move forward, especially with the holidays coming up and the new year coming. I just want to start on a clean slate so that we're all on the same page, so that a lot of you are not confused and asking me the same questions over and over and over. Anyway, let's just get into it. I'll answer a few of the questions and then we'll just finish it off with whatever other questions you guys have. And if you do have more questions, leave them in the description box. Leave them in the comment section and we can go from there. Nice, cold, and icy. All right, so the first question I want to answer, I swear I get this question all the time. The minute I put on like 2 pounds, everybody's like, oh, she's glowing. Oh, it must be that baby glow. Oh, do you have something to tell us? Oh, Mercy, do you want to tell us something? Literally every single time. I've gotten used to it at this point. But again, since we're clearing the air, no, I'm not pregnant. I'm just eating good. In some videos, I look a little bigger. In some videos, I look a little smaller, I guess, because I get this a lot. Some people say, oh, are you losing weight? And then some people are like, do you have something to tell us? So I guess it just depends on what I ate that day. That's literally it. If I ever am carrying a baby, I will tell you guys. I will not hide it. I vlogged the entire pregnancy with Nadia. The pregnancy, the baby, and now she's like 5 years old. I'm not gonna hide it. It's really hard to hide something like that anyway when you are in the public eye like this, okay? So this is 2024, I'm not pregnant, and yeah, let's lay that to rest. Second question is, are you doing any more hair videos? Okay, so this is something I really want to address. YouTube has changed a lot recently for all creators. It takes the really big, huge, controversial creators to really continue to pop up on your feed or the algorithm, okay? So people like PewDiePie or Mr. Beast, a lot of you know Mr. Beast, or the other girlies who do a lot of the dramatic or drama-filled controversial videos, you see their stuff more. But for anybody else, literally everybody is struggling right now for views. There are a few reasons for that, really, but one of the main reasons is that YouTube has become really saturated, and it doesn't mean that it's going anywhere. The whole world is going online. So this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's not going anywhere. The universe is going to continue to create multiple content creators every single day on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, all the platforms, okay? So that's not going anywhere. But the way it used to be before, where you only had a small group of ladies doing natural hair and a small group of ladies doing beauty, a small group of ladies doing maybe home decor, it's very competitive now. So again, unless you're doing like the craziest, I'm sorry, I'm getting a call. Unless you're doing like the craziest things and, you know, being part of controversy to keep your channels going, or doing the prank videos, or doing the massive clickbait. I do clickbait once in a while too, but it has to relate to my content, and I don't like to be completely deceitful. So if I'm gonna do a clickbait, and the reason I do clickbait, I feel like I'm all over the place. Some of the times, the reason creators will do clickbait is because the nice, wholesome, straight to the point titles don't get clicks. People are not as excited about those kind of, I guess, thumbnails and titles. You have to make it a little spicy. This is a pro tip for those of you who want to get into content creation. You have to make it a little spicy for people to want to be interested in what the video is. So sometimes people do clickbait, but some of the clickbaits are outrageous to where the title and the thumbnail has nothing to do with the video. That's deceiving. I don't do those kind of clickbait, but you know, something enticing to get you to click on the video. That's my definition of clickbait. But anyway, unless you're doing crazy clickbait to where you're just like basically asking for drama or creating drama, you're not out there like that. So for those of us who are considered, I guess I consider myself an OG at this point, which keep in mind, there are bigger OGs than me. There are people I looked up to before starting YouTube who are also in the same boat as me, right? So I just say that to say, if you're subscribed to a content creator, you kind of have to stay active on their page. You have to go looking for them sometimes, because a lot of us are posting our content, but it's now getting mixed up in the saturation, and it's getting mixed up if it's not something completely crazy. All that to say, I am still posting the hair videos. You just got to come find me, because YouTube is not pushing me as well. Now, if I get some kind of crazy controversy and, you know, my name starts trending, then you'll get to see all my videos, and then all of the videos I post will pop up on your feed and you'll be able to see it. But this is not just me. It's happening to a lot of content creators, and I hope I didn't just talk you guys into a loop and confuse you further. All I'm trying to say is I'm still posting. A lot of us big content creators are still posting, but because there's a lot more competition, there's a lot more saturation, it's harder for us to get pushed unless we're doing something completely crazy. Because remember, when we make money, they make money. YouTube makes money. All the platform, they make money from us making money. So they get a percentage of every penny we earn. So anyway, the hair videos are there. I will say that I don't post as much hair videos as I did in the I don't post as much of any of my videos as I did in the past. And that is because I have a lot more going on now. Previously, when I first started my channel, especially when I decided to quit my job as a nurse, I focused solely on content creation. So I was terrified that I wouldn't be able to make ends meet. I wouldn't be able to pay my bills and feed my family. I was terrified of that. So I put my all into creating content. So I was posting videos literally every day or every other day. And so that's all I was doing. I was just putting out content. But time has gone by. I've diversified my income a little bit. You guys know, or some of you know, that I have the real estate thing that I'm doing. I have both long-term and short-term properties. I also have my hair growth oil, the Nimbat Lux hair growth oil. And I have other platforms as well that I post on, and TikTok being one of them. I have a whole channel about narcissism. I create those contents as well. And I'm also a mom. And I have a lot more going on. So I don't have all my eggs in one basket anymore, so to speak. So that is where my attention is. So I feel like my attention is a little bit in different places. So I have my Instagram. I post regularly on Instagram as well. I have all of these things going on, and I've built multiple YouTube channels. 4 YouTube channels to be specific. I have 2 TikTok pages, and I have 3 Instagram pages that I run, and I have 2 Facebook pages. So I'm all over the place, okay? I love creating content, and I love creating a new page and watching it grow. So again, I say all of that to say that not only is the algorithm not pushing a lot of your older creators, so you guys think that they're not posting, but also for me, if I can take accountability, I'm not as consistent. I am consistent, but I'm not as consistent as I was with the one topic, which was hair, as I was in the past. So it looks like I'm not posting as much, but I am. I'm just spreading my seeds all over the place so that I'm not in one basket. And that's a smart thing to do. You never want to have just one income or one strategy to make money. The smart thing to do is to have multiple streams of income. So if you're good at cooking. Maybe cook and sell if you're good at hair and makeup. And if you have your 9 to 5, you can do that as well. I will say hustling is not for everybody. Not everybody wants to do multiple things at once. Some people just want to just have their one little gig going on, which is their 9 to 5, make their money, and they're comfortable that way. But sorry, I feel like my lip was getting dry. So yeah, some people just want to have the one stream of income and they can make their money that way. But some people are okay with being hustlers, so they have multiple streams of income. I personally like doing that. So I have this fear of, anyway, we're not gonna get into what my fears are. But the smart thing to do is to have multiple sources of income, so that God forbid if one thing fails, you have other things to rely on. So like my YouTube, for example, let's say the YouTube channel, this channel was the only channel I had, and something happened, which it has happened when I got hacked before. All my eggs was in this basket. So I got hacked, my channels were taken away from me. I wasn't able to make ends meet or able to make an income for a few months, because that was the only thing I was doing at that time. I wasn't even working as a nurse, and it was kind of sad. It was devastating to me, at least. It was really sad because, again, that's where I was getting all of my income from. And remember, I have expenses. I have a child, I have a family that looks up to me, I have my own expenses, I have, you know, my home, my car, my daily food, all of that. So again, I say that to say hustling is not for everyone, but for those of you who indulge in it, it's good to have 2, 3, or 4 things going on at the same time. So that's my 2 cents on that. Another topic, which, by the way, before I keep going, if you guys want to know what lip I'm wearing, this is a lip gloss by Sephora. This is what it looks like. The color, let me try to get you. It says 23 Karma, all right? This is by Sephora. This is their lip gloss. I love this stuff. It's almost like a lipstick, but a lip gloss. And as you can see, it has that natural look to it. I don't have to do much, and it looks really good. I put it on and I go. Sometimes I line it with the Chestnut lip liner by MAC, which I do have it on right now. This is the Chestnut lip liner by MAC. I have that on, and then I have the Sephora Colorful Gloss Blam. All right, I will try to leave it in the description box. I'll try to link it if I can. Anyway, let's move on to the views. A lot of people were asking me too about the views on YouTube. A lot of people were saying that they have seen a lot of big creators with bigger channels who used to get a lot of views before, and now they're getting less views, myself included. Again, it's the same thing as what I explained before. YouTube has changed. A lot of people have discovered the platform. So now it's almost like you're working more and making less. That again is the main reason why you have to diversify. I took a break this year. I haven't really hit the real estate, business so hard. I have just continued to maintain the ones that I have already. So as far as the views, going back to that topic, again, this is something that's happening to all your favorite creators. It's not just one person. The YouTube gods are doing their thing. Sometimes some of your videos will go mega viral, and sometimes some of them creep up. So the subscriber count versus the view count is not matching at all. That math is not mathing. I don't know how to fix it. It's not in my hands. And if you go to your bigger OG creators, you'll see the same thing. The views versus subscriber is not, the math is not mathing. So anyway, that's what that's about. But again, I enjoy what I do here. I love creating new YouTube pages and growing them and seeing how, I can monetize them. So now I have the 4 channels. If I continue to post consistently on all 4 of them, I can make money on all 4 of them. I actually, shameless plug, I actually offer one-on-one coaching for those of you who want to get into content creation and you just don't know where to start, you don't know what to do, and you're confused. I've built multiple monetized platforms. YouTube has 4. I have 4 channels on YouTube. I have my TikTok channel that has over 130,000 followers. I have my Instagram that has, I think Instagram is, you guys hear that car go by? That was so loud. My Instagram is 200, I'm just gonna say 260. I'm sure there's 260 something, but I'm just gonna say 260,000. That is also monetized. I get money from Instagram. And I also have a Facebook. Facebook is my smallest platform because I didn't use Facebook as a content creation platform. I was just using it as a friends and family type thing. And I was posting some things on there at one point and I got in trouble. It wasn't nothing inappropriate, but it just didn't follow their guidelines for monetization. So I got in trouble and they restricted my page. And when your page is restricted, that means that they don't push your content, people don't find you, people don't follow you, your content does not get views. So I was in trouble with Facebook for the longest time. So I was stuck at 6,000 followers. But then after the restriction was lifted, I shot up to, I think it's 15,000 now. So I say that to say, again, I feel like I've said that a lot. Again, I do offer coaching for those of you who want to get into content creation, to start making this online money. I offer coaching to do that. I'll leave the link down below if you want to catch up with me. And if you have a narcissistic relationship that you're in and you're wondering how to navigate that, I do one-on-one for that. I do one-on-one for YouTube, Instagram, all of that. You pick your subject, write down all your questions, book the call, the date and time that works for you, book the call, and then we can get on the call. We'll talk about your topic, your specific topic, and we can go from there. So anyway, back to the questions at hand. I don't think I'm gonna do Vlogmas, but I'm gonna try to be as consistent as possible. I'm gonna post more during the holidays. So we're gonna do all of the home decor content. I'm gonna be decorating a lot of the rooms in my home for Christmas. So I'm gonna post those content as well. I'm gonna do the lifestyle content as well. I'm gonna do some real estate content. I'm still gonna do the hair and makeup video. A lot of you have been asking for an everyday makeup look, like the look I have now. I feel like my look has changed a little bit. I'm more into the toned down, everyday type makeup look, kind of like this, where the skin is nice, it's glowing, but it's not like overly made up. I'm also into the self-care journey. I never used to go do my nails every day. I just used to do clip-ons because I was so busy with everything else I had to do. I never used to get my lashes done. I've never gotten a facial, y'all, never. I've never gotten a facial. So I'm getting into those beauty treatments now, little by little. I'm trying to figure out what things work for me. You guys know that I did my eyebrows. I microbladed my eyebrows and I shared that journey with you guys. So I'm getting into the beauty treatments, and you can get a little self-conscious on camera, especially if you've been on camera for a long time. I've been on camera creating content for almost 7 years now, and my face, my body, my look has changed so much over the years. I feel like it goes like this. Even my weight has gone like that. And the longer you are in front of the camera, the more you start to see about yourself. And sometimes you become self-conscious about certain things, and you want to either fix it or work on it or improve it. And I feel like that's where I am right now in my journey. So I'm going to walk you guys through that as well. If I ever get any kind of beauty treatment, I'm going to share that with you guys, so that if you are interested in something like that, I can answer some of the questions for you, and I can be your little guinea pig to experiment and to try some of these things on. I know that when I did my microblading, a lot of you liked that and a lot of you ended up doing it. Some of you even flew from out of state to come to my city to do it with the person I did it with. And I'm like that too. If I watch a video of some of my favorite content creators and they get something done that I really like, I don't mind going to where they got it. It's that serious. So anyway, I'm going to share that journey with you guys as well. And yeah, next year is going to be all about self-care for me. I grew up grown, okay? I got grown at a very, very young age, and I feel like I had to do a lot of grown things at a very young age, be responsible really quick. That's why I became a nurse really quick. A lot of the stuff that I feel like people my age are doing now, I've already done and I've surpassed it. And along the way, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. Along the way, you end up neglecting yourself. I know you guys see my videos and you give me compliments. Oh, you look good, da 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 da. But me personally and internally, I feel like I haven't really put myself first. I gotta put me first, Lucius. I feel like I haven't really put myself first in a while. A lot of the things I should be doing or I could be doing, I don't do. I just work. I take maybe one vacation. In the past, of course, I will take like one vacation. I want to travel more. I want to do more beauty treatments. I want to do more self-care, self-love type things. I want to get into just more feminine self-care, beauty care, self-love type thing because I feel like I've worked my butt off. Like ever since a really young age. I haven't shared a lot of the stories with you guys, but from a really young age, I have had to work my butt off. I wanted to just create something for myself, for my family, for my legacy. And along the way, I've done it and I'm so grateful. I've done so much I feel like my short life, I've done so much and I've accomplished so much and I'll forever be grateful. But something that I feel like I've neglected is myself. I always put other people first. I'm always fixing something and doing something and accomplishing something. And I feel like I've let myself go, my personal self go. So I want to work on that coming up this new year. I want to work on me. And I don't care if it sounds selfish. Maybe it's time for me to be a little selfish and show myself some love. Because when I accomplish all of these big things and I post about them and I tell my family about them, it feels good. But internally, I feel like I neglect myself. I feel like I let myself go a lot. And it just so happened that I'm a small framed person and I try my best to keep it that way. But if that wasn't the case, you guys, my skin would be really bad. My weight would be all over the place. I would just look really bad. So I do a good job, I guess, faking it, but it's time to work from the internal side of things so that I feel good even when I look good, so that I also feel good. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I want to work on me. So therapy, traveling more skincare, more beauty care, anything about myself that I feel like I want to change or fix, I want to go do that. I want to be able to go do that. Instead of when I get this bill, I worry more about that versus my skin breaking out and maybe I need this beauty treatment. I'm going to put that aside and take care of this bill. I want to flip it, okay? I want to flip it in a responsible way, of course, but I just want to work on me more and just love on myself more. All right. So I encourage you, if you're in the same boat and you're thinking about the same thing, I encourage you to also just love on yourself, because if you don't do it, nobody's going to do it. And there is a quote I heard recently. It was on Instagram, I think, and it was talking about takers. The thing about takers is they don't have a limit. So if you're a giver, you have to create that limit. The takers will take. And if you're a giver and you don't have boundaries or limits, you will give until you're empty. So there needs to be a healthy balance where you're giving, but also you're giving to yourself. You see what I mean? You're giving to others and giving yourself, your energy, your time, your love, your attention, but don't forget yourself, because if you don't do that for yourself, nobody else is going to do it. So I just pray for guidance from God as I move on with this journey and anything else, that happens in the future, the new chapters. Leave any questions you have down below. I'll do my best to answer them. I love you guys so much. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.